Hello and welcome to Kickstarter Talk, issue or episode 6. We have to make our minds up if we're doing episodes or issues. This is going to be swords, severed heads, aliens, and a trip home to Japan. Thank you for joining us. My name is Mr. Anderson, and we're going to go through the list of all the amazing Kickstarters that you can now help launch off of the Kickstarter platform. This is Kickstarter Talk 2018, the Season of Sin. Now, as we'd mentioned on an earlier Facebook feed, we actually didn't do Kickstarter last rites this week. As you guys can see, that is currently missing. That's because no Kickstarter actually was having their last rites. So we're just going to go and do Kickstarter talk this week. So this will serve as the main video for everything, just as an FYI. Autism awareness is about the education and acceptance of the autistic amongst us, educating the public about acceptance of special needs children and adults and their value. Most autistic children and adults don't communicate or socialize the way typical individuals do or might interact. Autism awareness, R4AU, attempts to break the barrier and help kids connect. They need a voice, and we give them one. They are our future. So please support autism awareness today by getting a patch to wear and show and support. The R4AU patch enables the team of the Autistic Jedi to get R4AU to different shows. The major goal of this season is to get to Dragon Con, which is very expensive, but very much the perfect con for the R4AU to debut at this year. So please help by getting a patch. You can get it at my tables or directly from the Jedi Mom. Follow the link for more information and show your support today. Speaking of support Kickstarter only takes a single $1. If you believe in a creator, aren't they worth a single $1? Well, if you have $1 to spare, $1 can show support, attract attention, help fund new projects, support indie creators, and help create new worlds. And if you're looking to create your own Kickstarter and need a guide to help you, we have the perfect one by Madeline Holly Rising. Kickstarter for the Independent Creators, 2nd edition, a practical and informative guide to crowdfunding, now available on Amazon. Sword Theory, we're going to figure out a little bit about today by 500 Lines Media. We're going to see what the theory is all about. Silver Linings, I think it's Linings by J.R. Mounts. An old man and an alien crash lands into a barn and try to save Dubuque, Iowa. We're going to figure out more about that. And Uncanny Solution, the horror graphic novel. We're going to check out The Zombies End. Kasai Homecoming returns. Kasai is returning to Japan. We're going to find out why coming up soon. Tomb of Horror is back with Volume 5. We're going to check out what's new in Volume 5. Blast That Radio for Neptune Network. It's Neptune Radio from the artists of Deadpool and Star Wars Guitar. We're going to find out more about that soon. There's a ghost assassin on our program today. We're going to find out what that means towards the end of the program. Prospects 2 is a print run of 2 mad scientists who have fought a 150-year battle. We won't take that long to get to this Kickstarter. Poppy and Poe, the 2nd issue is now out. We're going to see what's changed between issue 1 and 2 coming up. The Keith Thomas Legacy Project, Into the Suck Book 2 is on our program today. We're going to spend a minute talking about that. Boston Metaphysical Society is back. We're going to see what's new in issue 2. Excuse the shaky video. I just got the battery warning light, so I had to plug it in the iPhone. Impossible Space Tales of the Last Pit, Stop TPB, a comic series that dares to ask. What is it asking? We're going to find out in a few minutes if you didn't read the screen. Out on every show, we like to take a minute, sometimes a couple of minutes, to talk about the Veteran's Wife and how you guys can help support veterans today. Check out the Veteran's Wife on Facebook today and see how you can support our veterans now. Thank you to all the veterans. We truly appreciate your service. We would like to give an extra special thank you to the veterans that don't want to be recognized, the silent, stoic veterans. For the horrors that they have seen in war is to them nothing to be thanked for. They don't put it out there for the world to know, for they are truly struggling, for they now are battling their own war here at home. You are not alone. You are loved and appreciated. You will always be our hero. even if you refuse the title. If you guys notice my voice being a little more extra growly than normal, I do apologize. I believe I'm getting that nasty flu that's going around, but we're going to get through this today. Let's start off with Sword Theory 1.
Hi, my name is Mark Henry. I go by the name of Professor One. I'm here to talk about my new book, Sword Theory. So Sword Theory started about 2005 or so, maybe even before that. By the time I approached Adam with it, the idea wasn't really thought out fully. It's kind of one of those things where you have a cool idea, but you don't really have the ending for it. Adam just made it all come together. He pretty much plotted the whole thing out based off of one cool idea, and Adam just kind of made it form, gave it life, and pretty much put it all together.
Hey Kickstarter, I'm Adam Kogan, standing in the snow, and here to tell you about a book I wrote called Sword Theory. Sword Theory began life with an original idea by my friend and artistic collaborator, Mark Henry, that he came up with back in 2005. And I think that's a great example of how difficult it can be for creators to bring their comics to the final stages, because life happens and because money is often an obstacle. I loved the concept though, because it incorporated so many things that he and I loved, like kung fu movies, samurai movies, action movies, sword and sorcery, all jammed together. And the influences show. We have a mysterious, sexy assassin. We have a cursed sword hungering for blood. We have angry gods, whatever kind are there. We have crazy, dwarven super science. It's great. And here it is, 2018. The book is finally ready to get to print. And we need your help to get it with those extra few steps to the printers. So thank you so much for being interested in the book. And thank you for your support.
Now, how awesome is that? Just the amount of time that you're actually putting into developing this Sword Theory. It feels like this book has been a passion project. And, you know, the one thing about something like that, when you hear how long it takes to make a book sometimes, you know that the creator wants to take this serious. They don't want to screw it up. You know that they're putting their all into it. And I definitely think that you have some very passionate creators behind this project, and I'm very thrilled about it. I mean, look at the maps, look at the detail that's gone into this. Also, the bundle packs in this, the fact that you have the 2,000 stretch goal, which already happened, $5 and up. You get the digital bundle of comics by Black indie writers, and it just so happens it's Black History Month. I don't think the two lined up to be on purpose. But just for backing $5 or more, look what you get. You get Ace Blade, you get Route 3, you get Stronger, you get Showgrim's Spear, you get Isnania, you get Swag Patrol, you get Clarity Girl, you get Lucky Shot, and American Kingdom. How can you go wrong with this Kickstarter? Guess what? You can't. So check it out today and be part of the Sword Theory. Let's check out Silver Linings. Now, the cool thing about this is the music is also created by the same person.
An independent comics creator and musician. Since 2010, I've created original comics and characters for my business, Scary Tales Noir, where I've traveled all over the U.S. at various comics conventions to promote my original comics. You can see samples of all my works on my website, scarytalesnoir.com. Just remember to add an I to scary. There you can see samples of all my comics for Fried Pickle Noir, which is kind of like Sin City meets VeggieTales, and it features the tales of Q Cumbersome, as well as the Scary Tales, the not-so-scary fairy tales, which is like Calvin Hobbes meets Nightmare Before Christmas. On January 11th, my new campaign goes live on Kickstarter for my all-new story with all new characters. It's called Silver Linings, a story about an old man and an alien. It's a classic adventure along the lines of E.T. or Super 8 and features all the same wonder, excitement, and drama. It also has a fun retro feel to this man befriends alien tale. The main character is called Angus Hort, an elderly retired farmer and widower whose life has just become even more empty after the death of his brother Malcolm. He lives in a part of Dubuque, Iowa that is slowly fading away. He's the last of the farmers in this area, yet he refuses to sell his land, leaving it all to wither away as much as he is, day by day. He and the other retirees live in green pastures, jokingly called Widower's Row, because the ones left are the men who'd rather live out their days in desolate single-room condos rather than socialize. They're all wasting away alone. One day, while visiting his farm, Angus hears something crash into his barn from the skies. Inside, he discovers it's an alien from space. But this isn't the monsters he's seen in the movies. It's a timid, benevolent creature that's wounded and in need of his help. It's part of a locust-like species it calls the Brutes, which can destroy entire worlds with their hunger. Angus bonds with this creature and calls it Skip for the way it walks. Then something else crashes into Dubuque, and we discover the bottom half of Skip has survived, the mouth. With Skip's help, it's going to take all of Angus's experience and wisdom to try and save Dubuque, the world, and each other. Silver Linings is a challenging project that will have many new firsts for me. It'll be my first sequential art epic in 8x10 size format, and after it's inked, it'll all be done in watercolor, marking the first watercolor project I've ever done. Color's been something that's intimidated me from the beginning, and now I'm taking a risk for this tale. In addition to that, I've written an all-instrumental score to be performed by myself, with performances and orchestrations by two of my best friends, Mike McQuaid on piano and Tom Mathis on drums. Writing, drawing, and recording is currently underway, and I'm shooting for an October 2018 release at the very, very latest. You can see samples at my website right now on the Silver Linings page, and I'll have links of all my social media campaign itself on January 11th on Kickstarter. So take a look, get excited, and spread the word. I'm J.R. Mounts, and I thank you for all your support.
All right. How cool is that, man? A creator who makes the music and the coloring and the watercoloring, you guys know, we use for, and they call us monsters. So, you know, I'm a huge fan of watercoloring. So definitely awesome. Love the fact of how much he's in it. We actually came to know J.R. Mounts because of the Jedi Mom being at CamiCon and actually met up with J.R. So that's kind of cool. Like, you know, Written Sins is getting bigger and bigger. We're going to run into each other at Tampa Bay Comic-Con. But Written Sins, as it keeps growing, just it keeps reaching out to new people. And it's very exciting to see that our reach is getting somewhere. And we could be part of helping this amazing project come to life. And to the credit of the creator, I'm not sure how much help he actually needed from us. Because when we first picked up this project, it was fully funded. But, I mean, since then, he's raised over an extra, I think, $800. So I'm very thrilled to see this project taking off. Passionate creators like him deserve all the best. So great job there on that, JR. Zombies and an Uncanny graphic novel solution. Another creator, back-to-back, not on purpose. Just so happens they're both ending on the same day. Creators who did music and the comic books for their books. So check it out.
Do you want to know how the zombie apocalypse ends? Hi, I'm Gary Scott Beatty, writer and illustrator with many years in the indie comics community. And like you, I love a good horror story with action and suspense.
Zombie's End is a key step in my creative journey, and I'm thrilled you're choosing to be a part of it. You'll receive frequent updates as I pull the rest of this book together and have Zombie's End in your hands this summer. Zombie's End is a 56-page full-color graphic novel written and illustrated by me. Pages are written and lettered, the art is thumbnailed, and much of it is ready to go. This is a special Kickstarter edition that will not be reprinted in this form. The format goes beautifully with the companion Wounds graphic novel. Both are standalone stories, but they read as part 1 and part 2, and man, they'll look great together on your shelf. Many of you know me as creator of other comics, and in fact, all my books are being offered in this Kickstarter. You can enjoy my other graphic novels because they're ready to mail to you as soon as the Kickstarter ends. For instance, when you choose the G.S. Beatty printed book collection, you'll get 3 graphic novels to read now while waiting for Zombie's End delivery this summer, plus comic and music downloads, plus the many new milestone rewards. Upgrade to the deluxe version for signed book plates and custom bookmarks. I'm big on giving stuff away to backers. New for this campaign are several complete full-color stories just because backers are awesome, and I want to thank you for being here.
So check it out and pledge. Share this project with friends, and many thanks for your interest in Zombie's End.
How cool is that? Definitely not getting tired of zombies yet. The public can't get enough of good zombie stories, and this looks like it's going to be an entertaining one. A head in a bucket. That's crazy. Like, why a bucket? Why does the head want to be in the bucket? Is there ice in the bucket? What's going on with the bucket? What's in the bucket? Let's check out Kasai. Kasai. I think I'm saying that wrong. Let's find out.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kickstarter to print the first issue of Kasai the Homecoming. My name is Madeline Holly Rosing. I'm the writer, and some of you may know me from my own comic, Boston Metaphysical Society, but today we're going to talk about Kasai. It's based in a world where superheroes exist, and some of them have become pro wrestlers for the Super Fighting Championship. Kasai is one of them, but she's a half-human, half-fire demon who has some pretty kick-ass abilities. The story is about how Kasai returns home to Kyoto to find her estranged demigod father has broken his promise to his sister, the goddess of water, never to fight again. Though Kasai begs him to stop, he refuses, and his sister exacts her revenge by kidnapping him. Now Kasai must face her own fears to rescue a father who once abandoned her. It's a father-daughter story. Now, I'm really psyched about writing this because this is my first superhero comic, so this has been a lot of fun. Alessandro Mercolo is on board as the artist, with Marco Pagnato coloring and Brant Fowler on the lettering, and they are just doing outstanding jobs. So please check out the sample pages on the Kickstarter homepage. Pledge today, and I thank you in advance for your support. Go Bruins. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, welcome back. Let's escape that and get into this and take a quick peek at this. For you guys who don't know FFC, you're missing out, man. KFC. See, SFC, apparently I'm hungry. Although KFC is not something you want to eat. Sorry, KFC. Just something's off about your food. SFC is, of course, the super powered Federation of Champions. I don't know if that's what it stands for, but that's what I think of it as. Kasai is part of that league, and apparently she's got some time off the road, and she goes home, and looks like she gets into a misadventure. And who doesn't love a story about redheads? You know, it seems redheads are always something that is very interesting to us as a cultural thing. Don't know why that exactly is. I'm Irish, so I don't know if it has anything to do with being Irish. It just seems like redheads always get a lot of attention paid to them. And this is one amazing redhead. So I definitely suggest checking it out. And of course, Madeline mentioned the Boston Metaphysical Society, which, pay attention, that's on the program in a few minutes. This Kickstarter has obviously gained some good traction. It's become a project that people love. It just needs a little bit more love to get it over that sweet spot and become funded. Be that person who backs the project. And remember, I'm not signed in, so you don't necessarily see what I have backed and don't back. So please don't take that into consideration when making your choices. Spend time going to Facebook and saying something about it. Wow, this looks freaking cool. And then your friends know, Freakskin? I don't think foreskin. Oh, no. Well, I don't know why it did foreskin. Why would you do that? This is freaking cool. And now hopefully my friends look at that and go, oh, why does Rob think this is freaking cool, and check it out. So let's move on to something else that's freaking cool, the Tomb of Horror. Now this one actually has nothing in it as far as a video. So I become the narrator. So I'll put on my narrator's voice. Tomb of Horror, Volume 5, 92 pages and 12 stories of Maccabee dark tales of terror in comic book form. This is Tomb of Horror. Tomb of Horror is back with the 5th volume of terrifying tales that guarantee to send shivers down your spine. Volume 5 collects 12 stories from indie creators all over the world with 92 pages of illustrated comics. This collection, horror fans should find something for them in this book. This book will be published by Swampline Comics. And of course, you guys can see that there are stories from many different creators. There's a zombie story, Covers of Despair, Crime in Drosten Street, I Dig Graves, I Survive, and it just keeps going with Little Gifts and Lost Boys. No One Checks Out, Stone, 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 The Magician's Assistant, The Beast Goes West, The Hunger. And finally, it's done, and that's just one page we didn't even talk about the creators. It's going to be a great show next week when we look at this, the Kickstarter Last Rites. Until then, spend some time and see why this is one of the most amazing projects you're going to see on Kickstarter right now. Let's check out Neptune Radio.
Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Nomads and wanderers, gutter pups and angels, DJ Scram here, thanking you as always for tuning in. Did you miss me? I sure missed you. Boy, oh boy, it's a hot one today. Hot, 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 hot. Oh, Big Daddy in the sky is scorching us all. Ouch. Well, all of you outside of Neptune City's walls, that is. And listen in. I've heard tell that our beloved Fox has recently made his return to the wastes out there. Why don't you all show him some wasteland love for your boy, huh? Now, keep those engines revving, the gas are burning, and try not to get ghosted out there. DJ Scram signing out.
Now, how freaking cool is that? If you're anything like me, the chimp got you. Once you see the chimp, you're like, how do I get my money into that? Right? Because that is awesome. The answer is you go to Kickstarter and you back it right now. So here we are. Sorry, I'm just answering a quick question. So Neptune Radio has already gotten over their goal, but here we are on their goal chart. We're just $2. Come on, someone watching. Someone watching right now, $12. Who got $12 to get us to the $5,000 Neptune Radio podcast? You know you want a postcard, sorry. Postcards. You can get postcards. Come on, be the person. Do it for the team. Look at the art in this, though. Oh, my God, is this art beautiful. I mean, you can't even tell me that you're not instantly like, wow, what's going on there? Some of the best art I've seen in recent memory. I mean, I love look at the monkey's head. and that effect that's put there and how amazing that effect is. You have to admit, that's freaking cool. I mean, wow. I mean, the art in this, it's breathtaking. I can't wait to get my copy of it. Look at the monkey. Oh, the monkey's so cute. The monkey also looks like he's kind of badass. So I'm looking forward to Neptune Radio. Are you? You should be. If you're not, check it out today and see why you should back Neptune Radio. Ghost Assassin Issue 1, first time on our program, supernatural crime suspense comic. Let's see what's going on with it.
Ghost Assassin is the story of hitman for hire David, who has the ability to see ghosts. David has no compunction about killing. To him, death is a more natural state than life. Unfortunately, those he has killed do not see it the same way. Ghost Assassin has been previously published, most notably as a 12-page comic titled Prelude back in 2006. However, my strategy back then was a bit flawed. This is an ongoing narrative that has a clear end in sight and should be told that way instead of as a series of one-shots and miniseries. The first issue of Ghost Assassin is completely print ready. Subsequent issues are in various states of development. Issue number 2 needs 13 pages colored, while issue number 3 is fully penciled, but the coloring stage has not yet begun. I am on Kickstarter in an attempt to raise the amount necessary to do an offset run of the first issue of Ghost Assassin. Any surplus raised will go into the completion of issue number 2. We have some great incentives lined up for you, including raw editions of issues number 1 through 3, a metal print, and stretch goals that include a print edition of issue number 2. Thank you very much for taking the time to view the Ghost Assassin Kickstarter. If you would like to see this project succeed but are unable to back, please consider it. Any support you can show is greatly appreciated and will go a long ways towards helping this project reach its funding goal.
How cool is that? I see dead people walking around like regular people. They see me too. They have questions, mainly why I killed them. How weird is that? So I guess when you're a hitman, you wind up getting to be, tormented. I don't know if that's maybe he's just getting what he deserves. I'm sure there's more to it, though. There always is. Life's never so cut and dry, and when you're talking about reality, it's never as easy as it is on television. I'm sure there's some amazing stuff behind it. Breaking news, I was able to get this to load. So check this out. In our comments section today in the video, we were asked to cover this by, give me 1 second, Joe Spicer. Yeah, Joe Spicer. So Joe Spicer asked if he could put this in our comments section, if we could actually have the links in the comments section. I tried to ask him to tag me in it, but you guys know me. I'm not one to wait for people to get me what I need. I go out and I get it on my own. So this is it. Crazy 9 graphic novel anthology. Never seen it. This is brand new. 29 days to go. I think it may have launched today. Let's check out what Joe has in store for us.
Allow your mind to wander into vibrant urban jungles, teeming with color and excitement, where entrancing characters greet you on every corner, each with their own destiny and secrets. A young woman stands in the road, running her fingertips through a waterfall of violet hair. She catches your eye. The stainless steel barrel of a gun glistens in the moonlight as it rests against her temple. She pulls the trigger. She is now empowered by the drug Crazy 9. Crazy 9 is a new drug which can unlock a distinct superpower that resides inside everyone. Encased in a bullet, administered via a shot to the head, resulting in invisibility, super strength, telekinesis, or any power hidden in their subconscious mind.
Hi, my name is Joe Spicer. I created Crazy 9, which is a story about a drug that unlocks your hidden super abilities. These stories are about different individuals with different backgrounds and what they would do with ultimate power. The elusive drug dealers AM and PM are testing humanity to see what they would do with these powers. They're kind of like their experiments. What would you do with powers like this? Would you be a criminal? Would you be a hero? Would you take revenge? Or would you seek justice? All these stories are woven together by the detective of the story. I call it super noir, a cross between superhero comics and crime noir comics, split up in 9 short stories by 9 different artists. This book could have been drawn all by one person, but that wasn't the point. The point was to see other artists' take on this story. I've been working in the independent industry for 19 years, and I've acquired a lot of amazing, talented friends, and I've invited them to join me on this crazy journey. I want you guys to be part of this, and I need your help. I've paid for half the artists to complete the project. The other half is just about finished. That's where you guys come in. I need your help to help fund the project and pay the remaining artists to finish their stories. Your funds will help pay for the artists, pay for the book to be printed, pay for the posters, prints, and other rewards that I have listed below. Please help me by funding the project and get the book. It's going to be revolutionary. It's going to be amazing. You're going to be so happy you bought it. I am an artist. I am an art collector, and these are some of the best artists that I know. Please join me on this crazy journey and be part of the Crazy 9 story. It's time to get crazy.
That's pretty cool, actually. Did not expect it. Obviously, I'm seeing it for the first time with you guys because you guys know that we actually just got this from our comment section. That shows you how interactive our show really is. We do have a basic idea of what we're going to be doing, but then we always stop to smell the new Kickstarters, as it were. So this looks pretty cool. Not sure when it launched, but it's going to go to the 8th. Wow, that's a big book. Look at that. That's a graphic novel for you. It's 92 pages long. That looks bigger than 92 for some reason, but what do I know? I'll know when I make mine. But Crazy 9 characters, pretty cool. Some rewards. You get a bullet. They should do a bullet with your name on it. How interesting would that be to get a bullet with your name on it? You guys can take that if you want. And this is the team. So yeah, well, I guess we're going to be adding this to Written Sins. So you guys will be able to see it. It will be on the show. We're going to proudly represent it. So look forward to seeing more about it in coming weeks. Let's talk about the prospects, number 1 through 2. This is another time where I guess I'm up. I'll put on the announcer's voice once again. Prospects is not about Biker Gang. It is a new sci-fi comic from the writer Max Majidnik and artist Gene Franco. The Kickstarter is for a print run of issue 2 and issue number 1 of the mini-series. The comic is the perfect balance of 50s sci-fis and 80s action. The end everyday life. The last Kickstarter of Prospects issue 1 was Kickstarter's staff pick and funded in just under 100 hours. The story is the town of Ridgeville has been stuck in the middle of the 150-year battle between 2 mad scientists and former colleagues, Edwin Grabowisk and Viktor Fazimov. Both claim to have figured out the secret for immortality and created armies of zombies and cyborgs using their respective methods. The scientists have waged a war for a long time within the town that the town people now consider it an honor to be abducted by one of the mad scientists in their quest for glory. Anyone who shows any bit of potential, be it brains or brawn or anything in between, will be captured by one of the scientists by the time they're 25. Just imagine being there and not kidnapped. Like how bad would you have felt? So check out more about Prospects right now on Kickstarter. So it looks like an amazing project. It's got like almost a Rick and Morty and Simpsons vibe to it. Definitely interested. It's got like a RoboCop looking dude. Looks kind of weird. And then, oh, there's a fire in the middle of the road. Some dead zombies. Oh, this is all happening so quick. That escalated fast. And look, it's RoboCop. I'm telling you, there's a RoboCop in this. How cool is that? So Prospects is brought to you by these two talented creators. Check it out now while it's on Kickstarter. If the other one funded in 100 hours, let's see what this one is doing. I'm sure it's doing just as good. Usually you don't see a follow-up. Yep, just as I suspected, it's already funded, but 17 days to go, which means there's plenty of time for you to be part of this amazing project. Poppy and Poe, #2. It is the new issue, which is packed with fantastic new stories by Eric and killer cover by Jamie. Stay tuned for more info art and maybe a new video coming soon. So I dig goth girls. This is definitely kind of up my alley. It's got a red monkey who looks satanic. That's kind of cool to me. I know it probably shouldn't be, but it is. I don't care. I dig it. I'm a fan. I like what Revy Comics is doing, maybe. I dig it. I like it. Caesar, you're doing a great job. I'm very into it. Got 18 days to go. Obviously made his goal. He's a smart man. He's doing the $1 thing. He doesn't want to chance it. Can't blame a guy for having that. He's definitely got a plan. This is going to be a once-a-month thing. Very, very cool, Caesar Crawford. I look forward to what's next in issue 3. But I'm also getting issue 1 and 2 this time around because I missed out on issue 1. Don't be like me. Don't miss out. Act on it now. Into the Suck. This is brought to us by the amazing Keith Thomas. He's the writer. He unfortunately left us last year. So I'm so thrilled to be able to bring this to you guys. Look at that. Already doubled its goal just about. This is amazing. It's on fire. Be part of the movement. Check out Into the Suck.
The universe of the Suck came about because it's a junkyard in space. So I tried to incorporate all sorts of different things just floating around. My inspiration came from a lot of different sources. So some of the junk you see floating could be anything from some derelict spaceship to ships that I grew up in and liked, to kitchen utensils even are floating in there sometimes. And I wanted to create a stark contrast between the Suck and this royal world. The royal world is anything but a junkyard. It's immaculate. It's decorative. It looks like something that would not be with the function of, say, a militia by any means. And I wanted it to feel like something almost impractical, like they were more concerned with their look than they were with being this overbearing royalty. Thanks for listening. Please check out the rest of our page. Keep an eye on behalf of everyone involved with this project. Thank you for your support.
The art in this is absolutely stunning. If you guys haven't noticed already, just take a look at that. The coloring, the art in it, just an amazing project from a creator who made sure to finish what he started. And of course, I consider Keith a close friend, so this is very important to me. So I ask you all to please take the time today and share this on social media, share it on Twitter. Let's make sure that this gets as much as it can. I want to see this project come to life. If you didn't know Keith Thomas, I'm sad to say you missed out, and I'm sad to say that because he's no longer with us. He was a great guy, and I really am hopeful that you guys will help me get this out there for the world to see. So Keith Thomas's Legacy Project needs you. Help me out, share it, you know, and let's pay tribute to a great creator that we lost in 2017. But let's make sure that he lives on with this project. We're gonna move on. CB Zing's doing a great job though with it. It's just amazing, amazing keeping Keith Thomas in our minds and showing what he wanted us to see all along. So good job, CB. Let's talk about the Boston Metaphysical Society.
Hi, my name is Madeline Holly Rosing, and I'm the writer-creator of the steampunk comic Boston Metaphysical Society. Welcome to our Kickstarter to print the brand new book, The Scourge of the Mechanical Man, a Granville Woods and Nikola Tesla story, with art by the fabulous Gwen Tavares. For those of you who are not familiar with our original series, it's about an ex-Pinkerton detective, a spirit photographer, and a genius scientist who battle supernatural forces in late 1800s Boston. The new story is about how Granville and a disgraced Tesla are forced to work together to combat a new evil that threatens Boston. Now, the story itself is 34 pages long, and it's a standalone continuation of the original series. But the complete book will be 44 pages, perfect bound, and will include extras like a map of Boston and much more. And the best part is that the entire book will be ready to go to the printer before the end of the campaign. And for those of you who are new to the Boston Metaphysical Universe, the trade paperback of the original series will be available as well. So please take a look at the reward tiers on our Kickstarter homepage and pledge today. Thank you in advance for your support.
Now remember, guys, this is the same creator who brings us the that Kickstarter book that we talked about at the beginning of the program. So she knows what she's doing. You bring it in a little so you guys can read it. I don't know about you, but I feel like I just watched like a major motion picture trailer. That music got me amped up. So I'm a huge fan of Tesla. I'm a nerd. I love Tesla. I saw this book and I was like, what? And I'm telling you, you know, the idea of Tesla. I also like the fact that Tesla's teamed up with another instrumental person who it definitely makes this an interesting team up. And you guys got to check out the story to see how it works out. It is kind of cool. I don't know why on the video it shows a giant white thing. It looks like we're on a blue screen. But check out the art in it. It's definitely cool. Remember, different time periods I always find fascinating. And I know Madeline. I know she takes the time to read about the history. So this book has got to have some things in it that are very interesting. And of course, I believe that was the cover. I don't know if that's issue 1. I want to say it's issue 1, but definitely cool. to see it come back. I didn't even know. It just popped up on me. And I was all excited. And check out these kind of cool rewards. So can't wait to get it on Kickstarter Last Rites, because then I can really geek out on it. But for now, we are going to have to move on. We have 5 seconds. And no, I don't mean how much time we have left in the program. This is a brand new Kickstarter to us. I haven't really got to see the whole Kickstarter video. I played it for a few seconds, did my usual due diligence on the Kickstarter. And the cool thing about this, as far as I know, none of these music has been copyrighted. It's been great for a while to see. I don't know if I helped get that to happen or what have you, but it's been really cool to see that we're not using video music in our videos that is copyrighted. So let's check out 5 seconds. I promise it'll last more than 5 seconds. Now, I did watch the video long enough to know that no one's talking, so I'll talk for it. 5 seconds is a slice of life graphic novel that tells the story of Jake. Hold on. It tells the story of Jake, who can see 5 seconds into the future. So that's Jake, and I guess he sees bad things happening and he can revert them. I wonder if he always sees 5 seconds in the future. What would you do if you could see 5 seconds into the future? So, I mean, 5 seconds isn't a lot. It could definitely still cause some problems. It looks like she's about to fall off the bridge. Of course, the 5-second rule. He's able to get there, I suppose, in time. Because it would be kind of weird if he didn't. If he just saw the things happening. Now, what does Jake do when he meets a girl who can read minds? Action, excitement, and a sprinkle of time. Looks like an awkward moment. There are some great rewards and offer including printed copies of hold on, back it up, I didn't read that. A4 prints, original sketches, and much, much more. Thank you for checking out the Kickstarter and for your support. Oops. Let's see. Help bring 5 Seconds Volume 2 to life. Now, here's the cool thing, right? 5 seconds. Take 5 seconds today. Come check out the Kickstarter. I guarantee you stay longer. Check out this amazing free preview they got going on. It's 5 pages. Now, look at the, I didn't even notice this because this is new to me today. You guys will notice the way that they did the internal monologue. I like it. It's kind of like a balloon that doesn't have a tail, but it's also sort of see-through, so you get the idea that these could be going on in her mind. So that's kind of cool. She almost falls off the bridge. He's like, watch out, he saves her, but she has no idea. Now she's like, what's this creepo doing? He's like, get off of me. She has no idea. I mean, how can you really blame her? She had no clue what was about to happen to her. He knew, but she didn't. It's kind of weird, though. How many times does he get himself in trouble with that, right? Crazy. So that's the show for today. Of course, we want to thank the Veteran's Wife for everything they do. We got to see, wait a minute, we didn't see the last pit stop. We got to check out the last pit stop. We got to make one more pit stop today, guys. I don't know why the video wasn't there, but it's okay. I'm here to save the day. Let's check out the last pit stop.
Welcome everyone to 21st Century Sandshark Studios and my latest Kickstarter. This one is for my 12-issue webcomic series, Impossible Space Tales of the Last Pit Stop, to be turned into a collected trade paperback. So your first question is probably, what is Impossible Space Tales of the Last Pit Stop? Well, like I said earlier, it's a 12-issue webcomic series that begs the question, what if Area 51 were in fact a convenience store for aliens? The series is meant to be a love letter / critique of the science fiction genre. Love letter in that it pays homage to what I love about science fiction in the first place, and critique of the more commonly used tropes that tend to repeat themselves in more popular lore. Most commonly, the story is being told from the Chosen One perspective. The Jedi Knight, the ace starfighter pilot, the Galactic Princess. This isn't their story. Space Tales is about the working class stiffs that never have such adventures that seem utterly unimportant in the grand scheme of things. Often tell people to imagine that they're the bathroom attendant at the White House. Sure, you get to meet people that are important and change the world, but those people don't care about your perspective or your opinion. They just want you to hand them the toilet paper and bars of soap. That's the driving force behind Space Tales, and I hope at this point it has you intrigued. Now on to business. What do I hope to accomplish with this Kickstarter? I'm hoping to raise funds to take the already finished 11 issues and the soon-to-be finished 12th issue and turn it into a collected trade paperback. To that effect, that's why I'm here on Kickstarter with this crowdfunder, and I'm beseeching you to become backers for this endeavor. To entice you into doing so, I have a great grab bag of goodies to push you into becoming backers on this creative hootenanny. We have everything from PDF copies to 2 different paper copies. That's 2, count them, 2 different paper copies. Yes, we have a standard edition and a Kickstarter photo variant that will only be available on this crowdfunder, as well as prints, mini prints, stickers, getting yourself drawn in as an alien, and much, much more. We have a pretty modest and reasonable goal of $2,000 to cover printing, shipping, and business costs. But should we surpass that benchmark, we have 7, count them, 7 stretch goals that are set up to allow us to pad this book with amazing bonus material. 6 of those goals, count them, 1, 2, 6. 6 of these goals will be adding some pinups from incredible artists such as Chris Flick, Jamar Nicholas, Indy Martin, Tim Shin, Robert Hack, and Drew Moss. The 7th goal will involve the addition of a bonus lost chapter. Yes, the chapter is lost. We found it, and it will be added in such we hit that certain stretch goal. And it will only be available through this crowdfunder and if we hit our stretch goals. So with that, I hope I've convinced you to join this venture to the stars. This is Dan Nook signing off. Good luck, good fortune, and good evening.
So how cool is that? I'm so glad we didn't miss that. Hey, Tommy's back. What's going on, Tommy? So that is the show for today. We saw the Impossible Space Tales. We talked about the Boston Metaphysical Society. We talked about how important the Keith Thomas legacy book Into the Suck is. We talked about Poppy and Poe and that amazing monkey of hers. Prospects 1 and 2. The print run was on the show, along with a ghost assassin, a supernatural crime suspense. Neptune Radio was blasted on high, and Tomb of Horror gave us some chills. Kasai was coming home, and Zombie's End was all about a head in a bucket. Silver Linings showed us what the future holds for an alien that crash lands into a barn. Sword Theory #1 made us more educated on sword play. So that is the show. Remember, supporting a Kickstarter only takes a single $1. $1 can show support, attract attention, help fund projects, support indie creators, and help create new worlds. And make sure that Kickstarter for the independent creator is on your reading list. You can get it now on Amazon. It's the 2nd edition, a practical and informative guide on how to crowdfund. So that's the show today, right? We don't have anything else really to show you at this point. There couldn't be anything cool that could be shown, is there? Is there maybe something that could be shown that you guys haven't seen yet? Maybe something starting soon? Oop, just look away for a second. Could this be something new? Let's see. Let's see what's going on in here. What could this be? Let's check out the preview and see what this is. Could this be what's coming next week? Exclusively shown on here? Is this Mentor Search? Yes. Yes, it is. Hey guys, I'm here at a Comic-Con. I'm on the road. We're talking about Fetish Babies issue 3 already, Mentor Search, coming to Kickstarter right now. Being on the road, I've met a lot of amazing people. And it's because of you guys who backed this project that we're here today. We've already had Fetish Babies become a big hit. We're about to hit the road with Aftermath, the Mentor Search. This is, of course, the young woman's journey through the New York City fetish underground. And it is up to you to help us get that 3rd issue out and help us remain on the road at the Comic-Con so I can meet people and I can bring the book to change perspectives of what people think about people who have a fetish. Because thanks to certain movies that are coming out right now, we're looked at in a very bad light right now, and I want to change that. It's all about creating a narrative that explains the humanity in fetish. So join me and let's make a change in the world of fetish and learn about something that some of you might not know, and for those who are into it like I am, it'll be something that you really appreciate because we put a lot of energy into it. Thank you for joining us. On Valentine's Day, we return to Kickstarter. You guys can see for the first time a quick look at things to come. The Kickstarter's not completely cooked, but you guys can see we've already been approved. Some art to add, some nods to some great creators as we get bigger and bigger and bigger. We're going to have some fantastic stuff when it's done, but that's the program for today. You guys got to see something no one else has seen yet. My name is Mr. Anderson, and this has been Kickstarter Talk.